Next screen to set up is GL integration. In this screen, there's three tabs. The integration tab, in this table, it shows the next posting sequence number to be assigned. And here, we can define the source code for the different transaction type to be shown in the general ledger. These are the settings to set when to create the general ledger transaction batch, like either during posting or on request using GL batch icon. Here, this setting specifies whether to create a new GL batch when we post an expense or cash advance transaction, or it just add to an existing batch or create and post a new batch. This setting, the consolidate GL batches, is used to decide whether to consolidate the general ledger transaction each time the expense or cash advance transaction is posted. If we want to drill down from GL transaction to the original expense entry, then we need to set to don't consolidate. Define the default AR receipt clearing account for the advance repayment transaction. Transaction tab. This tab specifies the type of information to be passed to general ledger transactions. For the field like GL entry description, GL detail reference, GL detail description, and GL detail comment. So we can assign one or multiple type of information for each field. You double click this one, double click, so it bring up a new screen for you to set up what information to be shown for this field. So you can combine multiple to this field for this field. Okay, we just leave it as default first. Override tab. In this tab, we can set whether we want to use like division and region setting to override the GL account segment. For example, here we want to use division to override GL account segment division, and this one region for this one, and then this setting GL segment override checking. There's three settings: none, warning, and error. You can specify whether to show error, warning, or none when your account segment override fails. And here we can specify which account number we want to use this setting to override. Okay, let's do this change. Okay, close. Okay, after we complete the setup of GL integration screen, the next one to be set up is account set. We need to create at least one account set because this one is required when later we want to set up the employee template screen and employee register screens. Let's create one. Okay, so these expenses payable. Okay, let's set to account payable, cash advance. Let's say account receivable. Okay, realize gain. Change gain. Okay, change loss. Okay, close. Okay, now we move on to set up division and regions. We need to set up at least one division code and one region code because this is required when later on we're going to set up employee templates and employee registers screen. So let's create, let's say commercial. Commercial. Okay, so manager, because we have not yet set up the employee registers, so we leave it this one blank. Override geo account segment. This one is visible because just now in the geo integration we have the setting of using division to override GL account segment of this division segment. That's why you are able to see this. If we don't set there, we don't set to use division to override geo account segment, then this one will not show up. So okay, let's decide to choose this, and we want to override this commercial this segment. Okay, add. Then we want to set this the next one. Let's say we create another one. Say retail. 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 Same. We leave the manager empty here first, and we override this geo segment to use retail. Okay, add and close. Now we go and set up region. So again, we need to set up at least one. So we just follow the setting in the geo account segment. Let's say north. Let's say north. Okay, overdrive, and here we have the okay north at, at south. So I choose south east. Oh, sorry, east west. Okay, done. Okay, now we go and set up locations. This location, the setup of location will be used later in the travel request as the travel destination. Okay, we create a few first. G. Okay, I can change. Okay. Okay, we add a few destinations. Okay, we add a few destinations here. So these are the destination later we will show for the user to choose in the travel request entry. After the setup of location screen, we can move on to set up this work calendar. Again, we need to create at least one work calendar because this is needed later when we want to create the employee template and employee register screen. Let's say we create one for, let's say, Singapore. Okay, so okay, and we can use this holiday button to add regular holidays for the in calendars. For example, the January 1st, this one is New Year's. And for example, let's say the 1st of May is Labor Day. Okay, so you can continue to add. Okay, and we can also specify a particular date as a holiday or weekend or what day. For example, want to set this 18 April 18 is a Good Friday in Singapore. So we double click. You can choose say okay, this one is a holiday. So this one, okay, after we complete the setup, we add this calendar. Okay, done. If we want to use any option field in the travel request entry screen or in the expenses claim, then we need to set up the option field screen. Okay, for now we just skip this one first. So up to now we have completed the basic setting for those screens under the setup folder.